All right, I'm back with the defending champion, Justin Crubaugh. How's it feel?
Dude, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just on the most ridiculous run, and Ken's a great player. I obviously had to make some ridiculous reads.
Right, and there were definitely ways that Ken could have played that he showed throughout the tournament, but he decided to just go more offensive in the last few games he played you. So um,
Yeah, I think that's the pressure for the
that's
Whimsicott.
definitely the pressure there. But yeah, so congratulations, you are the champion. I'm going to present you with this trophy, but then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Is that
Okay,
okay?
that's fine.
So this is a nice trophy. All right.
That's a lot.
And Ken also got a trophy because we ended up with an extra one because there were no juniors today. So I present to you the champion trophy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm really
So
excited.
a couple questions though. So number one, your Garchomp was faster than Ken's. Did you know this?
Oh yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah, I faced Ken so many times before. I know he runs that bulky, slow Garchomp,
Okay.
and mine is fairly quick.
Right.
So I knew that was such a good safe play.
All
I,
right.
I, I knew Ken has been using AV Coco for a long time,
Of course.
and I knew that if he led that, he was going to go for it, and I wanted
I gotcha.
it.
And game three, you revealed the secret tech Dragon Claw, and
Yeah, it's crazy to have Stab Dragon move on
secret.
Garchomp, right?
Okay,
With Misty Terrain on the
especially
team.
crazy, yeah, especially
I'm-
crazy. So something I didn't expect. I'm sure Ken didn't expect it, and I'm sure if he did, he probably would have protected that turn. But I mean, Dragon Claw doing so much damage. Have you ever used Dragon Claw in any other tournament?
Yeah, I've won 3 mid-seasons in a row now. I also went to Hartford, and all my Garchomps had Dragon Claw and all of them. So
All right, right. So
it's a
of course,
fantastic move to do a lot of damage with a Garchomp.
of course,
It's
yeah.
crazy to run dual stab though.
Yeah,
Crazy, just absolutely nuts.
and a lot of Garchomp do sacrifice that stab move for extra coverage, and you feel like your team probably has enough of that coverage to, not need that from a Garchomp, especially if it's like
Exactly.
Fire Fang or Rock Slide. Those
Exactly.
moves don't have high base powers to start with, and even though Garchomp's attack is fantastic, weak base power can hold you back.
Exactly, and that's the key in team building. It fits my team perfectly. So I mean, I'm not saying that it's wrong and you should run it, but on this team, it's wonderful.
All right, and then on that note, we have the Misty Seed Arcanine.
Also the niche.
Did you think? Did you think that Ken knew about this strategy?
I would. I didn't know. I had been using it. I revealed it last weekend at the Illinois midseason. I also. I don't know. I don't know if he watched that or anything, but I was hoping he didn't, and I was hoping he switched into Snorlax in game two, which
Yeah,
was the auto
which
forfeit.
the auto forfeit basically. But I mean, even if he had switched into Arcanine, kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
a
thinking.
frame trap occurs, and you could get very stolen anyway,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I felt
So
it was pretty safe.
profit for you basically, and Ken either chooses a worse outcome or a bad outcome.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, and it's a tech that was came up with like quite a bit ago, probably mid-season-ish area. And what made you kind of decide to switch to the Misty Seed set off of your? I know you ran offensive sets before.
Yeah, so this Arcanine back when I won the first Fort Wayne mid-season, I think it was Barry actually. And I brought it to literally 0 games out of 0 when I won that entire tournament. I also faced a lot of rain that day, so that could be it. But through testing, I was talking to actually Arash Ahmadi, who's been using the same 6 Pokemon, completely different sets. It plays a lot differently on weaknesses and things. And so I just sat there, and after talking to him, I thought about patching up certain weaknesses. And it just I was like, I need 2 assault vests. And back in the day, you're like, oh, second assault vest, let's just throw on a seed. So I threw on a seed, and it also patched up a lot of weaknesses with the Snorlax
Right.
and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And opposing bulky Arcanines, actually, it
Of
helps
course,
very,
yeah.
very much a lot.
Okay.
And Mucks. Don't
Yeah.
like Muck.
So pretty interesting. You decided that I don't think you brought Whimsicott against Ken. No, I guess you did in game one.
I think,
But
yeah,
then you realized it wasn't doing anything. So what made you decide not to bring it in games two and three?
Actually, what made me decide to not bring it was the offensive nature of his Snorlax. It's a belly drum
Okay.
set, so I expected it to a lot less output. I had some information that was offensive, but I didn't think it would be that offensive. And my Whimsicott is decently bulky. I know it doesn't seem like it with the HP stat, but it does everything I need it to do, and it usually takes 2 or 3 of those. So um, I was a little surprised, and I thought I needed Intimidated a little too much, and I needed to maintain priority with extreme speed and pressure that way. So if Whimsicott had to go, I had to bring in Arcanine, and I thought Arcanine had the tools better in games 2 and 3. So.
All right. And last question I'm going to ask is, which of Ken's Pokemon scared you the most there?
Oof. It's not specifically one, but he had a combination of a few that just made it difficult. He had the fast mode in Coco, and it was AV, which meant I couldn't blow it up with Twinkle Tackle from Whimsicott, which is just a nifty way. I knew it was bulky enough to live Earthquake, which was really sad, and that was confirmed in game two. So the combination of that with the Mimulax makes it very difficult to kind of traverse, and I knew he had to be bringing Arcanine as well because if I brought Celesteela, bulky Coco, especially outside of terrain, and if I get a special defense boost, it's not going to do enough
Of
damage.
course.
So I thought my win condition down the road was going to be Celesteela. So it's not really one Pokemon in his team, and it's never one Pokemon on the team that really scares you, but it's the composition of how he put them together. So
Yes. So if you're trying to learn VGC, Justin's dropping a lot of knowledge here, and maybe you can take that knowledge into building your own team, using your own team, using someone else's team, all this kind of thing. Um, he is the champion, so he clearly knows what he's doing, and the consecutive champion, actually. I think it's the first time anyone's ever had consecutive championships at Fort Wayne mid-seasons. So congratulations again to our now two-time champion, or consecutive two-time. He's actually a three-time champion, if you're counting at home, at the mid-season showdowns here at Fort Wayne, Indiana Tech. And I've been John Hu. Joe, my co-commentator off screen. I'm sure he enjoyed commentating that match as much as I did. And Justin here, signing off for another mid-season, probably in the winter time, I
yeah.
think.